Hello there, everybody. This is Kevin, the Canadian Hillbilly, and I'm coming to you from my Nation River claim. And it's day one. I just got out here, just dropped the trailer, and now I got to pack all the mining gear down the hill. Yeah. There's going to be a few trips. They're not going to be easy trips. And I'm thinking I should probably just do the chainsaw first or the pump. I'm not so sure, but I'm going to bring this stuff just a little ways into the bush so that way it's out of the truck, and then I'm going to start packing the stuff up and down the hill. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff here to do, so let us begin. Well, the truck's back up there on the road, and I'm walking into the burn zone, and the area where I stash my gear, which I call the primary point, I guess, I don't know. And one thing I noticed is lots of morels are poking up here and there and everywhere. There's a big monster of one over here as well. This thing's gargantuous. Look at the size of that munker. I could make more money out here in mushrooms and gold, I think. Hey, time to pack all this stuff up to the secondary staging point, and then pack her all down the hill. It's already 2 p.m. and I'm hoping I can get all this stuff down the hill into the location where I want to be digging. And wish me luck. I'm going to be turning this thing on sporadically as I'm lugging the stuff down the hill. The heavier items I'm probably not going to bother filming because it's going to be too treacherous going down that hill. The hill's a good 50-degree slope, and it's 330 something feet long of it. So it's very, very sketchy, and the bugs are horrendous here, so I need to put some bug spray on, and I'm going to put this camera away, put it back on a little charger. That way I know I got lots of juice. But yeah, time to start packing this stuff to the other location, and then that other location is right on the top of the steep hill, and then down we go. So I'm hoping I brought my backpack here. I can strap maybe the pump and the high banker to it. Some of these other items I might be able to get away with lugging down by hand. Oh God, it's going to be an interesting trip. Well, I got down there with the high banker and the chainsaw. I cleared out a spot with the chainsaw, so I got somewhere to dig up on the riverbank up high. Holy smokes. And I did during a rainstorm too. I'm soaking wet head to toe. Now I gotta grab what gear I got up top here and go through it, see what I want to bring down there and start bringing stuff down. But I know the one thing I gotta bring down is this heavy piece of cast iron. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, I got a pump to pack down there. Hopefully I can strap it onto the backpack here and take it down like that as opposed to having to carry it. Damn thing weighs probably about 60 to 70 pounds. I'm glad my back is feeling a lot better now. But boy, oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here to bring down there yet, and it's not an easy going. But the chainsaw work was pretty extensive. That took a bit of work, and I'm kind of really happy with the way that turned out. So time to clean myself up here and strap that up and pack her on down. Round 2. Well, it's trip number 4. The first trip down was the high banker itself, chainsaw. Second trip was the pump. That was evil. This hill's quite steep. The pump is quite heavy. I had to turn around and face the hill and walk backwards almost and rappel using the rope that I have here. The third trip was the hoses and tools, which I then used to set up the high banker, so that's all ready to go. And this is the last trip, the lightest of them all. Some rubber boots, camera gear, snuffer bottles, some clean out stuff. And the water's so high there, I'm just going to bring the metal detector back to camp because it's just too impractical to use down there. So this is going to be my last trip down there. I'm still going to get some buckets yet and bring them down the hill yet too. So it'll be 5 solid big trips worth of gear. Hauling this stuff out of here, it's going to be way more than 5 trips just because it's so interesting. And I'm going to try to film going all the way down this hill. It's pretty damn steep. So I'm going to put this here backpack on, and we're going to get this show on the road. Or try to. Alright. I think Ruthie wants to go back to camp. I kind of do too. I'm getting a little hungry. Alright, got a hand on the rope. Let's a little rock tumble down. Yeah, she's a steep, wicked little spot here. Kind of regretting leaving my gloves back at camp because they're very beneficial for handling this rope going down the hill. They take a lot of friction. And you can see the fire, it went through here, something fierce, more than once. It's kind of nice to see some green stuff growing back. You can see all the way down there through the trees where my old camp used to be in the metal boxes. One of the trips up the hill though, I grabbed one of the smaller ones, and the box, and I brought it back up. I filled it up with some stuff. So that's back at camp. I'm looking forward to getting you guys down the hill here and showing you what I've done. It's going to be quite the high banking adventure. Oh. I'm also so looking forward to going back to camp and getting the trailer set up and cooking myself up some supper. Getting coffee all set up for the morning. Moving some coolers outside. Pouring a nice cool rum and coke with a little bit of ice that I got, which will be amazingly nice. Oh, I'm glad I saved the last trip. It was a light one. Boy, oh boy. Nice to get that heavy, awkward stuff done right off the get-go. Yeah, this is quite the steep hill. There's a bit of work to open up a spot down there for me to dig, but it looks like I got myself a good spot picked out. I can't wait to show you guys and explain to you my logic behind that location. Holy smokes, this hill is big. Yeah, I'm glad I got a rope on it. And this is steep, and this is probably the best spot to hike down this area. Everywhere else is just steeper. So, down here I own 2 cells, and recently I picked up one cell that opened up that goes this way. So we got more ground to check out, but unfortunately right now the river's quite high and I can't really access it due to the high water. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that Government of Canada river watching website there and see when that level comes down and see if I can get in there and do some stuff. So that's what's holding me out. Oh boy, the old expression, I'm at the end of my rope. At least I'm also at the end of the hill too. And bye-bye, rope. Whoa! Oh, that rope is handy. Almost bought the farm there. Oh. Yeah, my knees didn't like taking that pump down the hill here. I tell you what, that was something pretty mean. I apologize for the shaky camera. My arm isn't much of a gimbal. I should have brought one of my chickens and just stuck the camera on its head and carried it. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm going to have to cut a trail over this way so I have access to this little spot over here, and it goes all the way downstream there to that inside bend. So I'm kind of looking forward to that because there's lots of big rock down there, lots of nice jade and other things down there as well. Despite the fact the fire still went through here, the spot's still very beautiful to me, even though it's charred black. The mushrooms are really coming out here. Lots of morels. Kind of surprised, and almost blondish looking ones. It's kind of neat. This is probably going to look horrible with the sunlight to my back. I should maybe just show it this way. Yeah. Not much left of the old place here. Come up to the spot where the kids used to set up their tents. It was right over in here. Not much left in here now. Yeah, the kids used to have all their tents set up in here. My tent was over here on the other side of this. That was a nice spot. Here's some of those morels I was telling you guys about. Look at these guys. They're freaking beautiful. Just peak ripeness. And there's so many of them around. They're everywhere. Look at the big munkers up over that way. I'm finding and seeing so many of them. Really, quite the delicacy mushroom. Some more down over here. What's left of this gear? I need to tidy this all up and bring it out here one piece at a time. I might need this old pry bar tomorrow. Might as well grab it now and bring it down there. Use it as a walking stick for that super steep little last part. Walking over top of where I worked, about 3 years ago. Reclamated pretty nicely. Now we're coming down to the river. Behold, it's pretty beautiful down here. Oh God, I'm glad I brought a pair of shorts. If it's like this tomorrow, I might just go for a dip. If it stays like this, I might be tempted to fire up that high banker. Screw it. The fact that I made it this far today and got this much stuff done, I'm very quite impressed. This terrain is not easy. I just recently had a birthday, so yeah, I'm a little bit older, and you know what happens when you get old? Everything gets harder. All right. One thing I love about this spot, and I suspect this place was worked a very, very long time ago, because of this right here. We got chives that grow up here. So when I'm out down here, I go catch some fish and a little tin foil, some chives. Oh man, you got yourself a delicacy. Oh, yeah, that pump really sucked. But we're coming up to the spot where I'm going to be digging, and that makes me a happy camper. All right, boys and girls, let's see here. We got the high banker set up. I got to make a drainage ditch where it goes so the discharge water will have a spot to go into the sand here. Basically a pit, so I'm going to use the buckets for that. And yeah, dig a little hole there. All the water will fill into the pit, percolate right through the sand, filter right back out, and I could probably keep on running continuously like that. Should be good. And there is some rock in there. That's a good sign. Alright, so this is where we're at. This is the high banker. There's a pump that Claire gave me. That massive frickin' piece of cast iron. I got my water down there to prime it. I got a jerry can. I got a bag. I even made myself a nice fancy chair over there so I can have a break and sit back and relax. But boy, doesn't that river look beautiful, guys? And you can still see the high water mark on the other side there. The water's only gone down by about 4 feet, and generally it drops another 8 feet beyond this. And yeah, I'm looking forward till tomorrow. It's going to be a nice early night for me tonight, so I can get up early in the morning, have a good power breakfast, coffee and all that. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, I just ended up using the ratchet straps here and holding all my stuff down with the ratchet straps. Use it to hold the high banker down, put the pump on there. This little backpack used to belong to my dad. Remember many ice fishing trips we used this thing for. Put all your gear in there and the ice auger and all that. I'll get this off here, and I'm going to grab that camera and see if you guys understand my logic why I'm digging in this location. Oh, Jesus, that's if I can get this hook under there. Okay, perfect. Holy Toledo. Man, am I ever warm. It was nice earlier today. It was pretty cool, then it started to rain, and that was when I was down here doing all the chainsaw work, moving all these deadfalls from the forest fire. Opening up the spot so I have somewhere to hide. I'm looking up the hill here and it looks like it's an old drainage. And that's the idea behind that. Check that there. That can come on out of there. Oh, she's beautiful. Birds are chirping. This little hat from the bucket. That's my gold pan. Oh yeah, I got this bag over here I can utilize too. I'm going to put some of my other gear that I got here into this bag. Hang it back up. That's a Powerade bottle. Use some of the snuffer. There's the bottle there. Now, yeah, it rained a bit. I have to find some sort of crafty, creative way to put my boots somewhere where they can be in the sunshine and ventilate and dry out. Nice branches of some kind. A little coat. One. And a vital, important thing is this location is horrendous for mosquitoes. Gotta have bug dope. Peanut butter jar for putting my concentrates into. Perfect. The boots can sit in the sun, dry out. Put all my tools in kind of one spot. Pickaxe. Emergency backup shovel. I'm going to go hang my bag back up underneath the log. Excellent. And then I'm going to have this bin for doing my cleanouts in. I'll be able to put all this stuff in there. Alright, as the wind picks up, all the dead pine needles come off the trees. So we made it down to the river. This is what it's looking like. I'm going to pick this thing up and show you the terrain here. So you look uphill there. This looks like it's an old range. You got a bit of a V going on here. So I'm going to be digging literally right here near the base of this tree and underneath this dead cooked alder, and basically just running the straight up beach stand. That's all around our feet here. I'm going to get a bunch of buckets and open up a hole here, a settling pond, and I'm going to run that dirt mine as well if you're going to dig it. I found gold in the beach stand up here too, so I got her all set up and I'm ready to roll for the morning. So I just got to bring this camera gear and go back up the hill, and next thing to do is go back to camp and do a little relaxing, a little cooling down. Yeah, looking forward to it. Although it's very, very majestic down here right now. But lots of bugs, lots of mosquitoes. Alright, well, I'm going to hit the brakes on this little fella and pack everything up, and we're going to run back up the hill. I'm really happy I got everything all set up and ready to roll for the morning. That was a huge fight, a good pile of effort. Pretty pumped. I'm looking forward to seeing how my little loose box catch-all will do. The idea behind that is it widens everything out, the velocity slows as it widens, and the gold's more likely to drop out and be caught. So hopefully, science works. Let's see how that goes for a fella. And I'm going to be making more of these things because I got the tools for it now. I'm looking forward to it, and it's something I enjoy doing. I like tinkering around and puttering and doing things, so tomorrow I'll be fire this thing up, level it off, go to town. And that's pretty nice. I don't have much for setup work to do. So I'm going to hit the brakes on this and start trudging my way back up the hell hill. Oh boy. Great. Made it back up to the truck. Oh my gosh, am I ever tired. I'm looking forward to getting some grub in the old belly. Yeah. Wow. What a trek, what a trip. The wind's starting to pick up. I don't like being down there when it's windy. There's just not enough roots on those trees. And a little bit of a local neighborhood person or ungulate or moose had walked by. Oh boy, yeah, time to turn this thing off and go eat some food. Something with salt. I'm pretty tired. Well, I went back to camp, hydrated, ate some food, muchly needed food, and looked up at the sun, realized it was quite high in the horizon still. So I decided to pack some buckets down, and I'm going to work on that settling pond there. Fill up all these buckets, and maybe call it a day for a day. In reality, this is going pretty far. I might even, once I get down here and fill up all these buckets, I still got a little bit of sun in the sky. I'm going to fire up the pump and just test out the high banker. That way I know everything's all set up and ready to roll for tomorrow morning. It'll just be like literally flip the switch and go. So I'm going to bathe myself in some bug spray and get to work here. It's been a really productive day. I only left Mackenzie at, geez, it was like 12 or something like that, or 1:45. And yeah, I've been crushing it. This is a lot of work to set all this gear up and pack it and move it, and so I just want to thank Beautiful Way for all her help on that. I really appreciate it. And it's a beautiful evening down here at the claim. I'm really looking forward to doing this digging. But the bugs are horrendous, so I'm going to turn this thing off and get some stuff done. And I might turn it back on here once I get all these buckets all filled up. Right now I only got 2 sitting there ready to go. And I brought down, probably close to maybe a dozen or 10 or something like that. So I'm going to fill them up, work on that settling pond, and maybe even fire up that high banker. It'd be nice, and then I could run them buckets through there. But yeah, time to turn this off, get a little bit more fluids into the body, and yeah, I'm jamming on this. This is nice. I really this charges my batteries up. Can't believe I did all this stuff down here, and now I'm going to fire it up maybe. But I had to fill up them buckets too, so like, even just moving the buckets down here is kind of surprising, really. Like, go for it. Kind of impressed. Well, until I get these buckets filled and work on that settling pond, I'm going to turn this thing off, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Well, I managed to get the pump primed. Settling pond is settling. Catch all looks like it's catching it all. The high banker is high banking. And to my surprise, got a filter now. There is quite a bit of black sand in here. You can look inside here. Look at all where I got my magnet trap in there. One thing that's nice about that magnet is lets you know where you got your heavies. Look at that, just filling up in there nicely. Pretty good. So I'm just using a little garden shovel and scooping away. I'll just set this little fella up and you guys see what's going on. But frankensluice and the catch-all are working hand in hand. Hopefully we're getting some gold. Look at all the black salmon here is getting caught in the magnet trap. That's a pretty good sign. Where there's heavies, you know, gold is being heavy. Maybe we might get lucky on this little trip. It would be great. In fact, I think I see a little piece right in there. Just wash this all down. Great little tool that thing is. It lets you know exactly when you're on the good stuff. Alright, time to turn this thing off before I get it waterlogged. Well, my first run of 11 buckets is done. Look at all the black sands there creeping out of that. And look at the way the water's seeking into the settling pond. Just sponges it right up and drops. It's pretty neat how it just absorbs in here and just goes away. Pretty damn good. Kind of curious to see how this is going to shape out. Yeah. Now I got to take all this apart and put it all into the sluice box here, or the bin, and pan it out. Which I might not be able to get done today because it's already starting to get a little late. The sun's gone down the horizon. But hey, I just got out here today and I already got the high banker running and I did 11 buckets worth. Fuck yeah! Pretty pumped on this. And this is just stuff where I was digging out. And there's black sand just right there. So this whole area here is going to be chock full of wholesome goodness. I'm really looking forward to seeing if I can find anything in here. It would be super duper nice. And yeah, I'm going to start ripping this apart and then I'll catch up to you guys once I got a little pile of dirt here in the bottom of this tote. And I'm going to pour that water off and then I'm going to see what's in there. There's going to be a bit of work to be had here. Well, I'm going to put this down because I want to get this cleaned out, and at least get the concentrates into the bottom of the bin here anyways. I think that'd be the best way to do it. And yeah, really pumped. I like doing the 11 buckets. If I can do, 10 of them, that's 110 buckets, so I could cheat on the 100 bucket challenge. Do an extra 10 buckets because the gold here is really fine. And hopefully I didn't lose too much, and hopefully my little catch-all there is going to work for a fella. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Kind of a bonus. The one thing that's nice is you clean out this sluice run here, you wash any water down, it's just going to go right into your catch-all anyway, so hey, you can't go wrong with that. So yeah, I'm going to hit the brakes on this, turn it off, have a little smoke break, turn on the tunes again, and rock on. See you later. How's it going, Ruthie? Well, it's starting to get dark now, but I got the sluice, the high banker, the catch-all, all cleaned up down into this guy here. So tomorrow morning I'm going to pan this out, see what I get for good wholesome goodness out of this beach, and then keep on trucking. So I'm going to tidy up here, grab my boom box, gloves, some water, have a little cigar break, and trudge up the dang hillside of doom. Holy smokes. What a go around. That was a lot of mats to clean out, I tell you what. Holy smokes. Like this section here, there's a carpet underneath the expanded. This section here, there's underneath the expanded, there's miner's moss. Then there's V-mat in the very top end. Then there's a carpet. This one here, it's expanded, then a carpet. This one here, it's expanded, miner's moss, and then a carpet. This one here, it's a 1 inch expanded, 3/8 expanded into miner's moss and a carpet. So everything had to get cleaned up and washed out and rinsed out. And it's all in the bottom in here. Probably about 5 gallons worth of crap in there, I'd imagine. But see how she goes in the morning. I'm glad I was able to get all this crap done though. That's a pretty heck of a good go around for a fella. Yeah, time to pack this up and run up the damn hillside. The bugs are horrendous down here. Holy smokes. Once that sun goes down and it starts cooling off, they just come out with ferocity. So, yeah, time to grab some stuff and get the heck out of Dodge. Look at that. Starting to get nighttime here. And these bugs are crazy. What a beautiful little spot, though. I love it here. Too bad it's all burnt to crap. Alright, I'm going to turn this off and put this away, and next time you see this, I'll probably be up at the trailer, or it'll be even tomorrow morning when I come back down here and pan all this out. But I gotta go, because I'm getting chewed on by every known insect known to man, and it sucks. Bye. Well, welcome to day 2, and I managed to bring one more bucket down the hill, so now I'm up to 12 buckets altogether. Boy, I've been digging it out of this hole here, and this is what I managed to fill. It's a nice variety of material. These ones here are near the top, and the stuff is further in there. I did a test pan, and I didn't see too much in it, so I don't even know if this is a good idea or not. I know further downhill here, I get great results in these bigger boulders here. So I'll be curious to see what's going to happen with this. Hopefully we get some colors. My next option is digging up over this way into this hillside here, seeing how that goes. It'd be nice to figure out where there's draws coming down, where the water was flowing and running through it. So far it just doesn't look like much for river run material. It looks more like glacial till. And yeah, there isn't much for gold in that glacial till. But I'll figure this out here as I run it. I just need to have a break. That was a lot of shoveling. I panned out what was in the tote there from last night, and it was very, very minimal. I've gotten more gold out of one pan out of them rocks than I did out of that, so I'm hoping for some better results. Well, I managed to get the 12 buckets ran. I cleaned all the concentrates out of the high banker and the catch-all, and it's all in the bin down here. It's time to go pan that out, see what there is. And if there's something in there, I'm going to open up that hole and take it to that 1.2 meters by 1.2 meters and see what I can get. There's a couple good layers in there. As you can see, it goes down a pretty good ways. That's probably about 1 meter deep, if that. But you see there's different layers in there. Near the very bottom I was getting into some fractured bedrock, so that's a really good sign. It'd be nice to make this a little bit wider. There's probably about a good foot of junk on the top that doesn't have much in it. And then after that you get into some better looking dirt. But we'll see how she goes, and I'm going to have to clean up some of the tailings here. And yeah, keep on plugging away. I'm looking forward to panning this out, because I swear I've seen gold in that. So it'd be nice if I actually see the gold, keep the gold. Because you know what I mean, every time you play with it, it just gets smaller and smaller and less and less. So I'm going to put this thing down, I'm going to grab a pan and see what I get. See you then. Well, I'm at a total of 35 buckets done. And the spot I'm digging, it's not that great. I had better luck down there, but there's a river in the way right now, so yeah, I'm calling it for the day. I could do some more digging, fill up these buckets, but I'm stiff and sore, and I'm getting hungry and cold. The sun's kind of going away for the day, so I think it's time for me to scamper up the hillside and cook some food, pour a drink. It was a pretty good day. It was a long day, but boy oh boy, I'm glad I'm calling it now, because I'm tired, and climb up the hill, that's going to warm us out right up good. Be nice to get back to camp. So 35 5-gallon buckets done. I'm hoping I can do the 100. That was the objective. Today's Monday, so I got Tuesday and Wednesday, and also a little bit on Thursday, so I got to be back for Friday morning. So I'm going to leave Thursday afternoon is my plan. And it's going to be quite the struggle cleaning all this stuff up and lugging it up the hill. Oy, that's going to suck. But I'm making pretty good progress. That's quite the hole. It'd be nice to expand it a little bit and make it a little deeper, that's for sure. But Yeah, it's just not as good digging here as it is just further down. But like I say, there's a river in the way right now, so not much a fella can do about that except for wait for the river to go down. That's going to be a bit. So I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to scamper my butt up that hillside of doom. Hey. Well, I'm at a total of 35 buckets done. And the spot I'm digging, it's not that great. I had better luck down there, but there's a river in the way right now, so yeah, I'm calling it for the day. I could do some more digging, fill up these buckets, but I'm stiff and sore and I'm getting hungry and cold. The sun's kind of going away for the day, so I think it's time for me to scamper up the hillside and cook some food, pour a drink. It was a pretty good day. It was a long day, but boy, oh boy, I'm glad I'm calling it now, because I'm tired. And climb up the hill, that's going to warm a fella right up good. Be nice to get back to camp. So, 35 5-gallon buckets done. I'm hoping I can do the 100. That was the objective. Today's Monday, so I got Tuesday and Wednesday. And also a little bit on Thursday, so I got to be back for Friday morning. So I'm going to leave Thursday afternoon is my plan. And it's going to be quite the struggle cleaning all this stuff up and lugging it up the hill. Oy, that's going to suck. But I'm making pretty good progress. That's quite the hole. It'd be nice to expand it a little bit and make it a little deeper, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just not as good digging here as it is just further down. But like I say, there's a river in the way right now, so not much a fella can do about that except for wait for the river to go down. That's going to be a bit. So I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to scamper my butt up that hillside of doom. Hey. Dinner time. Good music playing, which I had to turn off because you know what I mean, YouTube. And it's Steve Miller. And I don't want to get a copy strike from Steve. Come on, Steve's great. Beautiful evening out here. I gotta turn this light on there. I got a tarp packed up. I got some string in there for the tarp. I apologize about the incredibly poor lighting in here. Got my spare camera gear, power supply. I'm gonna bring a little boom box. I got the tarp here, got the raincoat there. I'll put everything into the backpack here and I'll lug it all down the hillside. Get out of this gray trailer for a little bit here. Hope I don't get too wet. I gotta pour coffee, get my fluids and some snacks for down at the bottom of the hill. And I'm gonna set up that tarp, and then hopefully I can fill up them buckets. So that's about the most I'm expecting to be able to get done today. It's pretty wet and yucky out there, so hopefully I can just fill up some buckets. And if I can even run it, I'll be impressed. So, but yeah, I ended up getting up around 8 o'clock in the morning and hearing how hard the rain was, and moved a couple buckets outside to capture some rainwater, and I went back to bed till about noon. Much needed. I feel great now, but I came out here to dig a hole, not listen to the rain hit the roof. Yeah, well, here we go. Well, I managed to get Tarp City all set up. Hopefully this is good enough to keep a guy dry. Pretty rudimentary, pretty basic. But I'm under a piece of plastic. So is my hole. My hole's covered, my high banker's covered. Might even be able to run like this. See how I feel after filling up some buckets. So I'm gonna run this a smidge over this way. I got a bit more to go before I get to that 1.2 meters. And yeah, I'm just gonna work my way towards the big log. That's what I'm thinking. Wow, what a pile of work. Jeepers. Oh, nice to be out of the rain though. Everything's down here soaking wet. I got my backpack squirreled away in a nice dry spot. Got my cigars in a dry spot. Yeah. Pump, not so much for dry spot, but hopefully it's happy down there. I'm glad the river didn't come up overnight with all the rain we got. It did a little bit, but not too bad. I got a little sniper, a little bird down there. Yeah, lots of work to be had down here. Holy smokes. Well, time to put this thing away and get to it and fill some buckets up. Well, it's still raining, but I got my 12 buckets filled up, so that'll be nice. That'll take me from 35 to 47. Almost halfway on that 100 bucket challenge. The hole's looking pretty good. Nice, good, deep hole. Not too deep, but just right. I'm already down to solid bedrock down there, right at that 1.2 meter mark, so now I just gotta spread it out a little. Worked out pretty damn good, actually. Kind of happy. Who would have thought, you're only allowed to go down so far, and good Lord said that's as far as you're going, so that worked out pretty good for this fella. And I'm really looking forward because, what they say, the good stuff's right off the bedrock, and I'm scraping it. I'm giving her. Now I got to go down there and feel up the pump and see if this little fella's going to start in this rain. I hope it does. Ugh, that's my only worry. So, hopefully this thing goes, which would be nice. I got to fill it up, and I don't even think I'll have to prime because there's still enough fluid in the hose. I kinked the hose off. I can just unkink the hose, let the water run back into the pump, and fire it up. I learned that little trick the other day. Worked out pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to turn this fella off, get this pump running, and start cleaning some rocks. Heck yeah. Hopefully we get a little bit of shiny for all this work. The rain has finally stopped. I got my 12 buckets ran. I got my concentrates down by the creek or river there, and I'm going to go pan that out. That's up to 47 buckets of material now. I think my next spot is I'm going to pick a little something closer to the beach here, just above these big rocks, and see how I go on that. If I don't see much for colors in that, that's the next plan. There I know there is gold. This was more of an experiment behind me in this hole, and so far it's been kind of disappointing, really. But this stuff here, it was a little bit deeper and closer to the hard rock bedrock there. So, and as you can tell by the tailings, a lot of this is pretty coarse, sharp, jagged stone. So it should be interesting. There's lots of quartz crystals and quartz veins in it. So I'm thinking that could be also a source of the gold, or it might not be. But we're going to figure that out. Boy, is it ever nice now that the rain has stopped. I enjoyed running that high banker wearing the raincoat, though. It kept my forearm a little cleaner, a little drier than normal, so that was nice. I'm going to take the raincoat off here and let my sleeves dry out a bit while I'm panning. And just enjoy this lack of rain, because it's nice once the rain stops. There's been a big fish jumping out over here, too, every now and then. Fair sized little acre. Kind of nice to see. Beautiful location. Damn, I love this spot. Wait, that's a lot of work to fill all these buckets and empty them all out. High banker's nice and cleaned up and ready for the next go. The catch-all's working. So, yeah, time to clean this out, see what I get, and that'll dictate either I'm going to keep on trucking in my hole, or I'm going to grab some stuff just from above these rocks over here and see what I find in that. Alright, well, I'm going to fire this up, wash it. I probably won't have time to do the clean out because the sun's starting to go down. But this will take me to 59 buckets processed. And what a process it is. I'm going to go down there and fire up the pump and run it out. I managed to empty my jerry can, so somebody's going to have to come up the hill with me. It's been a very productive day, I have to say. For a guy that slept into almost noon. Pretty damn good. Oh, boy, am I ever wiped. Yeah, good days of mining. Hopefully I get a little something out of this. Test pans were looking pretty good. I got more gold out of a test pan than I did panning out my concentrates. So hopefully that logic follows through and there's a bit of gold in this dirt in the buckets behind me, which would be nice to add up the tally considering I'm already over halfway there on the 100 bucket challenge. Yeah, beautiful evening. good grub, good music, a warm fire going, a dog is just chilling, birds are chirping. This is why I love being out here. That and gold. You know, it's nice to get out in the bush and relax and enjoy life. I am so relaxed right now. I'm in my happy place. I think today I did good. I found a good chunk of gold. I did some test pans on the beach. Gave up on the hole I was digging on. And I'm going to resume on that section of beach tomorrow. Tomorrow morning's the clean out. And that's, what, day 3? Day 4? I don't know. I don't really care. All I know is I got to be out of here for Thursday. And today is Tuesday, I believe. Yep. Boy, I hope beautiful wife got the garbage out. The kids are here, so I got my little ma back at home waiting for me. I'm looking forward to seeing them. It was a really good day today, despite the fact that it rained for most of it. But I persevered. I busted out the tarp and went down the hill in the soaking wet rain, which was sketchy as F, and put a little tarp city up over the wash plant. So that's nice. The high banker is dry. The digging location, not so much, but hopefully the weather is a little bit nicer tomorrow. It'd be nice. I really hope so. I messaged beautiful wife on the spot there to see if give me a weather forecast. So hopefully it's not so rainy. That sucked. You know, I'm a fair weather miner, I guess. You know what I mean? Those old timers back in the day, holy cow, they were a tough bunch, eh? When you think about it, right? They were out here when the snow's coming off. They packed everything on their back that they needed, including mining gear, food, and everything. Me, I gotta drive around with a pickup truck, a trailer, and all this other gear just to be comfortable. Man, those guys 100 and something years ago, 150 years ago. What a tough lot. That's when about this land was opening up, was 150 years ago. I'm gonna have to start just recording myself reading books and putting it on YouTube, because I got some really good historical information about this area that would be very delightful to be shared in such a manner. Birds are chirping. The bacon is frying. The eggs will be cooking soon. Oh yeah. Life doesn't get much better than this. Got a rum and coke. Got a cigar in my hand. Life's pretty damn good. Yep, I'm enjoying this trip so far. Sometimes the best times you have are out by yourself. That's when you really get a good understanding of what's important, what you enjoy, what brings you happiness. That, and I think we're up to what? It was 11 buckets on day 1, 24 buckets on day 2, which puts me up to 35 there. I did 24 buckets today, which puts me up to 59 buckets. I'm on the home streak of this 100 bucket challenge. And hopefully, better quality dirt there in these last 12 buckets should outshine the rest of what I got entirely. It would be nice to actually come out of here with more than a couple of grams of gold. It'd be really good to the heart and soul. There's not much in the concentrates jug, that's for sure, down there. And it'd be nice to, like I say, take home some good quality material. I'm really looking forward to see what I get for a way up on all this, because there was a lot of work involved. Digging the hole was a dud. Test panning on the beach was a great idea. I found better gold in less digging. So it was just, I had to move the stuff uphill to the wash plant. That was the only crappy part about it. But, you know, 5 gallons at a time, away you go, you get there. I'm really looking forward to opening up the hole I got along the beach. And one thing that's nice about that hole in the beach is every spring when the water's high, it flushes it nice and clean. You won't even be able to tell it was there next year. It's a good way to do it. I can just work my way along that beach. Oh, there's so much dirt there to process. I could be here for years and years and years fucking digging gold. Really enjoying it. Well, And I think this is going to conclude day number 3 for me. That was a good day. Time to go flip some bacon. Bye. A neat little find at camp here. Got myself a pet snake, I guess. Kind of neat. You can actually see him breathing there. Yeah. I wonder how tame he is. See if I can go for a pet. Ruthie, no, don't bite him. Ruth! You be kind to gardener snakes. They're not the nicest thing to eat. Well, day 4 down at the river. The rain started. As soon as I noticed it started, I decided to get a little bit of a fire going. And then I could dry off, and I can warm up. Right now I'm hiding underneath the tarp. I was down there panning out the concentrates. Oh boy. Yeah, the first 40-something buckets, total write-off compared to what I'm finding now in that material. It's fantastic. So I'm looking forward to getting the rest of these filled up, panning out the concentrate so I have another bucket to fill up. And there's a lot of dirt there. Holy smokes. And it's slow panning because there's so much fine gold in it. Oh, sucks having that problem. If it wasn't raining, I'd actually take you guys down there and show you the process of me panning some of the stuff out and using my snuffer bottle and the peanut butter jar. So hopefully this rain buggers off and I can do that. But right now, I got a nice little fire going. I'm dry underneath my tarp. My back is sore as hell though. Oh man, panning that out, I need to take a little bit of a break. And that brings me to talking to you fine people out there. I appreciate all my subscribers. I tell you what, you know, if you're viewing, to subscribe doesn't cost you a damn thing. So if you like this stuff, just hit that little damn button, will ya? It makes a big difference for a fella. You know, once I get over 500, I might get like, you know, a couple cents a month out of YouTube, which would be killer. Yeah, it'd be great. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Last night was just great. Birds chirping. Yeah, I was even able to message the beautiful wife there, and she told me it's supposed to be overcast today and clearing up around the evening. So I don't know what's going on with this rain. It's bunk. It's bullshit. I don't like it. Nope. I'm gonna keep plugging away here. I'm gonna fight my way through this. I'm really happy with the way the high banker's set up and the catch-all. Oh man, that thing just reduces the speed of the water and lets all the fine gold drop right out of it. That thing works so damn good. I'm so impressed. Like when you peel off the miner's moss and you look in the carpet and you see like multiple pieces of gold, it's like, yes. All that would have been blown away and gone into tailings. So that's a huge score. That's a huge win. I'm going to have to start making these things because that thing turned out really good. One thing I really like about this thing is this back hole down. It literally pivots and rocks up so that when you insert it in, it flattens right out and pushes the expanded metal right back in there. Works out pretty dang good. Look at that nice little happy sluice run ready for food. Feed me, bring me your gold. Oh, you got tired of the rain, eh, Ruth? Why don't you come underneath the tarp here and just plunk her down right here for now? You're out of the way there. Dog has got a water phobia. Doesn't like to go swimming. The closest she'll get to the water is to drink it. That's about it. She doesn't like getting her paws wet or anything. It's kind of humorous. Is that a good enough spot? You're going to make a bed there? Look, she's making a little spot to lay down. Are you mining? You finding any gold? You want me to put that in a bucket and throw it through the high banker? You're still not underneath the tarp, buds. Oh, that part is going to stick up and get you. Yeah. Well, I'm going to put this thing down and... oh, excuse me. Turn on the music again and let me go back down there and do some more panning before this rain keeps on trucking. But if it does, whatever. I got gear for it. Except for my pants, you know, they're not really waterproof, they're just denim. But at least I got a fire I can dry out by. That's the thing I'm liking. Well, I'm up to 71 buckets. My back is pretty sore. The rain's coming down quite hard. The high banker's cleaned out. The cons are in the bin. I just got it panned out. But I'm going to hold off on that until this rain buggers off. I'm thinking about running up to the trailer and getting a nice warm toasty fire and eat some lunch. Hopefully this weather will change its course and I could dry off, warm up. Because I'm going to be soaking wet by the time I get there if I go in this stuff, that's for damn sure. I already am soaking wet, so it's not much of a difference. I just want to be careful with my camera gear and all that stuff. I got everything all in plastic bags and all that, but still, holy Jesus. This is next level nasty. Yeah. Not bad for, was it, July 3rd? Fuck. What a mess. It's cold. You can see your breath out here for crying out loud. It's maybe 5-6 degrees Celsius. It's cold. I came down here and when there's snow on the ground it was warmer for Pete's sake, man. Oh man, I can't get over this. This is just god awful ugly. Yeah. Now I'm going to turn this off and gear up to go up the hill. Looks like Ruthie's ready to go up the hill too. Poor dog. This is going to suck. Well, the rain, it came. I went up to the trailer. I ate some bacon and eggs and hash browns, a little bit of a dinner. Then I came back down here to pan out the concentrates and then start packaging this stuff up to get it ready to go up the hill. So I got a bit of work ahead of me now. I got to get those concentrates in a 5-gallon bucket, and then I got to bring down to the creek here or the river and start panning it. I was able to rebuild my fire, so that's a score. I should knock down the bugs a little bit, I hope. But yeah, the sun's out and I need to make some time up. I didn't get as much done out here as I would have wanted to, but Mother Nature is fighting a strong battle against me, and I'm still sitting underneath the tarp. That's a great example of that. And yeah, I wish the weather was a little bit more cooperative and conducive to mining and digging, but I figure I did pretty well considering. It's a hard one. It's a one-man show. You got to do all the digging, the washing, the panning. A lot of work. Then you got to clean up everything and then pack it all up the damn hill. That's going to be a challenge. My lower back was hurting me pretty good there last time I was panning out the concentrates. So I hope I can get that big, heavy, bulky pump up the hill, because that thing weighs about 70 or 75 pounds. It's not a light little fella. So hopefully I can manage it. I love it when the birds are chirping. Alright, I'm going to turn this thing off and get busy. Well, I managed to show you guys the high banker and where I was digging, what I was digging, but god damn it, I didn't do any of the cleanup stuff with you guys. So hopefully this will kind of work. This bucket's right in the way though, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe I'll move that camera so it's just... There we go. Get the old pan. Grab a scoop. Put her in. Put her there. My lower back's been killing me. Sometimes I do it from the sitting position and it hurts. And squatting seems to be helping. So I just give her a couple of swirls. Get rid of all the clay, as I call it, the chocolate milk. and down. Give it 2 or 3 good dumps. Resettle everything. Give her a couple more. I don't like to do too many in a row because this gold is incredibly light, powdery, like super small, and lots of black sands in there with it. So a lot of the time the gold will sit on top of the black sands and out the end of the pan, you know what I mean? And that kind of defeats the whole purpose of lugging a high banker and a pump all the way down the hill and back up the damn thing. So I'm going to do my best to retain what I got and hopefully show you what we get in the pan. Be nice, see a little shiny. Oh. This is why I do this at home. You get to this far, you just be wasting your time here. Be out digging more holes. There you go, guys. That's what brings a guy out here. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to see that. That's why I don't bother bringing it down that far. I just suck up in the snuffer bottle and bring it home. That's a pretty good little take, just for that one pan. And I got a whole 5-gallon bucket worth of this stuff. Oh. Back to this little gizmo. Get all your cons down the bottom. Suck her all up. Fill up your pan with a good chunk of water. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to need that thigh for... Yeah. Okay, well... Shake this up, get all the stuff to go to the bottom. You don't lose anything. Now, I'm going to hold the Powery ball between my legs. Open up this guy, which I've been putting all my concentrates into. Add a little bit more water to the Powery bottle, and bloop. Give it a little swirl, a little shake. Do everything over top of the gold pan, that way if you make a mistake, you can keep everything. Yeah, put your lid on, and there you go. A little bit more concentrates to bring home and pan out. Alright, I thought I got that part. I'm going to turn this thing off and put it away and go turn up the music. Oh boy, there's a lot of work to be done. Well, it's the last day here. I got to pack all this gear up. I brought up the hose last night. I still got some concentrates to pan out. I think the first thing I'm going to do while the air is still cool in the morning here is pack out the big heavy things like the pump. I'm absolutely dreading this. The pump is heavy, the hill is steep, and I feel old and weak. I should have started doing this about 20 years younger. Oh, god damn, that pump looks mean. I gotta disconnect the intake for it. Then I gotta strap that sucker to the backpack. Then I gotta pack that thing up the hill. Then I gotta go back down and do up the high banker next, and then the odds and ends and everything else. It's probably gonna be about 4, maybe 5 trips. They're not gonna be easy trips. There's a lot of here to grab and go. Yeah. Gonna be a rough, long day. I'm looking forward to sitting in the truck and driving home, I tell you what. But I shouldn't procrastinate. I should get some action on the go. So I'm gonna go down there and deal with that pump. I got that pump up the hill. I got the high banker strapped to the pack, and it's ready to go up the hill. Next big thing is the catch-all. Then I guess I can do my concentrates after that, and then there's something on the other side here making some noise. Bear, a moose. Wonder what it is. There's something over there. I've been on that side of the bush. It's thick, it's steep. Not easy traveling. Wonder what it could be. More than likely a bear. Or even a moose, an elk. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, I got this guy all ready to go. Tarp's still dripping. I need that to dry out a bit before I fold it up anyway, so. Oh, most of the light gear I should be able to put in the tote, strap the tote to the backpack. High banker legs and all that stuff. Yeah, another, 3 trips, maybe 4. See, that'd be 1. Maybe bring some of the buckets up with it. And I should bring all the buckets up in one go. Lots of gear to move. Beautiful day out in the river. Of course, the nicest weather I've gotten, and it's pack-up day. Oh well, I'd rather be packing up in the sunshine than packing up in the rain. 5 trips altogether up and down that hill. Holy smokes. Between the first one down, Ruth seeing a moose, and this one here, a truck going by. This dog needs to listen, I tell you what. Oh, I'm tired. I'm spent. I'm going to organize this chaos, hook up the trailer, the home away from home on wheels, and get my butt back to Mackenzie. Thanks for tuning in on this awesome epic adventure. I didn't get to 100 buckets, but I got to 71. Which is better than none, I guess. And I still have to pan out this gold at home here, so I'm going to hit the brakes on this for now and put this camera away and get all this gear stowed and get the trailer set up for rolling, hook up and head home. It's been a good one. I'm tired, it's warm. The nicest day of the whole trip. Go figure. The day I have to pack everything up the hill. Well, until we meet again.